Guys, like I said, I was going to be making 2 videos today. I filmed what I've been eating the other day, and I just filmed a whole day of what I was eating. I'm probably not going to film every day of the week of what I'm eating because my eating is kind of boring. Except every couple weeks I kind of go through something I'm really loving. This week it's broccoli. For the past 2 weeks it's been broccoli. Broccoli is so good, and it tastes like that salad. Anyway, I kind of go into that in the video. But okay, without further ado, here is what I ate on one day this week.
Good morning, YouTube. I just wanted to show you my breakfast. My breakfast is the one meal of the day that I really don't change all that much. So I have 4 ounces of hummus, and I have 1 ounce of Triscuits and 6 ounces of banana. So on my hummus and my Triscuits, I've sprinkled a little bit of nutritional yeast. I am a vegan, so I don't, so that gives me a little bit of help with my vitamin B12. And yeah, I guess that's it. Oh, and just a little tip for the bananas. Since I weigh them to be 6 ounces, so that's always like kind of an odd number, I take the other half and I put it in a bag in the freezer, and then I make banana ice cream for my kids by just putting simply bananas and a little bit of almond milk in the food processor, and it whips up into like an ice cream that they actually really like. I finished my breakfast, and I forgot to mention that after breakfast I usually have a tea, and that is, I actually have it brewing during breakfast, and I usually put in 2 organic green tea bags, 2 apple cinnamon tea bags, and then whatever else I feel like, but those are the 2 main ones. And then I let them steep the entire time I'm having breakfast, and then when that's done, I take out my tea bags, I stir in a tablespoon of Amla, or their little measuring spoon of Amla, and I put in a cinnamon stick. And I feel like it really helps me to not keep, it's kind of my ritual that I do, because I do notice that after breakfast, especially having the Triscuits and the carbs, it usually does leave me kind of a little bit more than other meals. It leaves me wanting more. So I always just have this ready and waiting, so that when I'm kind of getting that, maybe I'd like another ounce of Triscuits, or maybe I'd like another banana, I can tell myself, well, I'll have my tea and see how I feel. And then after I have my tea, I feel better, and then I don't want anything, and then it seems like I can wait till lunch. And breakfast is really the only meal that I still have some struggle with that. So this has really helped.
I'm having a big salad, and I just wanted to show you that first I put a big layer of greens in there. This is exactly 2 ounces of greens, and you can see it pretty much fills the container at least halfway, and that's why I use the greens. I also use kitchen shears to cut them into bite-sized pieces, because otherwise that's why I find greens not appealing when you're like, especially when you're sitting and you're having lunch with someone and you're slopping these big sloppy greens in your mouth. So I cut them with my kitchen shears right here into bite-sized pieces, and now I add my vegetables, my other vegetables, my heavier vegetables. The layer of my salad is 4 ounces of broccoli. It's not only what I have, but I have been obsessing about broccoli. Do you remember when you used to eat like broccoli salads? I've never actually had the one that has bacon in it, but like broccoli and mayonnaise, and it's like this really good salad, and it's normally super unhealthy, and you eat it at barbecues, and it's probably got like 10 cups of mayonnaise, and most of them have bacon in them, but you can make them with bacon bits. And anyway, it's crazy not good for you, except people like to pretend it's good for you because it has broccoli in it. Anyway, that's what this reminds me of, and that's why I've been obsessing with broccoli. But I also just had a bag of washed broccoli, so I cut this into bite-sized pieces, and now I'm going to add the magical dressing that makes it all kind of come together into my broccoli salad. There's just something about the texture and the dressing, so good. I'm gonna add this to my salad. It's homemade veggie meat. It's made out of black beans. I don't even remember what it's made out of. It's made out of black beans and a sausage seasoning that I just found on Pinterest. And then it has a little bit of oats for binding, but I consider that okay, because your average veggie burger that is approved on Brightline also has some sort of oats or gluten or something to hold it together. Anyway, it's really good, and it's really good in the salad, but I just realized I have like 1.6 ounces of it. That's even weighing the bag. So I'm making an executive decision And even though this was not written down, I'm going to add the remainder in black bean burger. So I'll probably eat the black bean burger separately and add this to my salad. This actually weighed in at 2 ounces, which means I will get another 2 ounces of bean burger. And now I'm going to put on my amazing dressing. So the base of my dressing is 0.5 ounces of soy nut butter for my fat, and then I've added in, I do not know if this is legal or not, I couldn't find it anywhere, and I'm not part of the boot camp, but I've added in miso. I've been doing miso. Sorry, my fingers have blueberries on them from my kids' lunch, and so I put in 7 grams of miso, and that on my brand that gives me 0 grams of sugar, and it does add 15 calories, and I think that's kind of really in line with some of the other freebies like salsa and nutritional yeast. And I really like the fact that this gives some probiotics. There are many health benefits I really like about it, but the main thing is it really gives it an amazing creaminess. This is dressing that I would actually serve to company, and it is dressing that my husband has started taking on his salads to work because it is that good. Put my apple cider vinegar in there, and I stirred it, and then I shook it up in my little container, and it is looking amazing. But just to add a little more nutritional benefit to it, I am going to put in a little bit of oregano and a little bit of parsley. Both are freebies, and but really they just give you antioxidants. Once again, I'm referring to my my book that my son is like, my oldest son is always like, man, before you read that book, we didn't have to eat greens with everything. But now, like, I'm constantly like, oh, here, have some herbs and spices with that. So I'm going to throw in my parsley and oregano. And it actually makes it look quite attractive, too. It makes it look like a really nice dressing. So with the added parsley and oregano, it almost looks like Thousand Island, but it is so good and so delicious. And I never in a million years thought that I would be actually looking forward to a salad, actually looking forward to dressing, and actually paying attention to to the little things that I can do to improve my health. And I never thought that I would be caring about my health. I thought I would just be caring about being thin. But I do find they go hand in hand. The more you nourish your body, or at least in my case, the more nourished I am, the less cravings I have. So maybe it's mental, but it's working for me. All right, that's what my salad looks like when it's still picturesque before I actually make it taste good by putting a lid on and shaking it all together. It looks prettier this way, tastes better the other way. That's what it looks like all mixed together. And the dressing, the nice thing is the dressing is on every little bit of it because I shook it up. It looked prettier the other way, but really is so good this way. The finished product for my lunch is my salad. My 6-ounce salad, which is actually really, really, really big. That's quite a large container, and it's really big with the wonderful, amazing dressing. My 6 ounces of fruit salad, a banana, some mangoes, and some blueberries. I only change up my fruit pretty much at lunchtime because at breakfast I just do a banana. This would be way too complicated for me, usually. And then on this side is my 0.2 ounces of Garden Burger. Or it's not Garden Burger, what is it? It's a black bean burger. And that is only because last night when I was writing my list, I thought I had more of the veggie meat, the homemade veggie meat. And I really prefer that because it doesn't have any soy in it, and it's homemade and I know exactly what's in it. But yeah, I only had 2 ounces worth. So I ended up having to make a decision to change it and just put still the same, but I added 0.2, I added 2 ounces, not 0.2. I added 2 ounces of black bean burger. And just as a side note, I always eat all the food I'm allotted because otherwise I seriously start fantasizing about what I could have or what I should have, or maybe because I skipped that. So I always have my 6 ounces of veggies. I always have my fat. I always have my fruit. I always have my 4 ounces of protein, and the only exception to that would be if I'm sick or my stomach wasn't feeling good or something. But at that point, I'm not fantasizing about food anyway. So that is my first part of my dinner is 4 ounces of a black bean burger and a little bit of mustard. And I mentioned earlier that I was trying to get away from soy, and that's actually not because I think that soy is bad. I'm not in the soy camp of soy is bad. I'm just since I do eat a whole foods plant-based diet, I try to get variety. So I try to get my protein from beans and lentils and soy, and nut butters and nuts and seeds and things like that. So mainly I'm just looking for variety. I'm not looking to just get away from soy. I'm just looking for variety. So that's why I have bean burgers and veggie burgers and homemade veggie meat and things like that. And I also will sometimes do hummus obviously every morning, but I'll do hummus with dinner sometimes, or I'll do nut butter. But tonight, I'm doing a black bean burger. This is my salad for tonight, and you can see behind me are our leprechaun trap supplies. And just, let me see if I can give you a better view. This is 14 ounces of salad. It's a pretty large container. Probably about, I don't know, 8 inches high, maybe 7, although that seems like an odd height. But the only difference from this and my lunch salad today, I'm gonna put the same dressing on it, and I also have a bed of greens at the bottom that I've cut up with the kitchen shears, broccoli on top, but I also put some sauerkraut on there. I have kind of a love-hate relationship with sauerkraut because some scientific studies show that it helps probiotics and it helps your gut and all sorts of wonderful things. And some scientific studies show that the salt content and stuff is not good for you. So, in fact, there's one study that shows that Korean women who eat a lot of kimchi have a higher rate of stomach cancer. So anyway, occasionally I have sauerkraut, and when I'm going with the it's good for you phase. So I'm gonna add my dressing, and then that will be it. And I believe my baby is currently playing the piano. The finished product, it looks exactly like the one I had today. I shake it up because it coats every little piece, and that way I get a little bit of dressing in every bite. And I guess that's it. So we're gonna go watch Survivor, because we watch Survivor every Friday night. Is Survivor night. Then after that, we're gonna build leprechaun traps. Anyway, have a great night, guys.
I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you have any questions or you think anything I ate was gross or great or whatever, leave a comment below. Please leave a thumbs up or even a thumbs down. No, leave a thumbs up. Anyway, and have a wonderful day.